Hey guys, it's Shannon with True Crime with Shannon, and I'm back with another video, or actually my first live. So welcome to everyone who's checking me out. This is my first live. I was hoping to do one last night, but our internet just went kaplooey, which it rarely happens over here in my area of Central Florida, but that happened. So I want to welcome you guys to the channel, and bear with me. This is my first live. I'm usually pretty crazy about my videos, and I try to get them all really well. So hopefully you guys can all hear me. And if you do me a quick favor, if you like the content that you're seeing, if you would hit that thumbs up, that like button for me, I really would appreciate it. It helps the video get some more traction here on YouTube. And also, if you like the channel, please hit subscribe. I really do appreciate it. And I'm probably going to restrict the comments to the chat to the subscribers. Hello, Mississippi Granny. How are you? Just to keep it going, like I said, this is my first live, so you guys bear with me. But I do like to do a missing person before I go into every video. So let me feature a missing person real quick, and we will get into the topic. Get that up here. All right, I want to feature Aiden Clune again. He's still missing. He's been missing since April 27th of this year. And he went missing a little before Dylan Rounds, if you guys are following Dylan Rounds, which I'm following both cases. And he's also 19 years old, and he's got some issues with depression and mental illness. So his mom is really concerned about him. And there's a $5,000 reward for finding Aiden. Basically what they think he left his vehicle, well, they found his vehicle on the side of the road, and he walked into the desert and has not been seen since. Mom thinks maybe he stopped to take a break and maybe play his guitar or something, and then he saw a highway patrolman and he got spooked and he sort of just took off. That's all that they really know. They've had some shoe prints they found from him, but sadly there's the recent search for him, which was this past weekend. I believe there was another search. They haven't come up with anything, sadly. So if you have any information on Aiden, please do contact the authorities. Missing in America, they have a tip line, and it's anonymous, so you don't have to give out your name. It is 1-844-MIA-LOST or 844-642-5678. Or you can contact the Elko County Sheriff's Office at 775-738-3421. Yes, I definitely hope that they find Aiden soon, because I said he's a young guy, and he was going to visit his grandma in Salt Lake City. So it's really sad that something spooked him or something happened, and he just disappeared. So I want to go over the documents. There was actually 226, I believe, or it's 220 something pages of documents that were released. So everything that has been filed in the civil case was just released this past week, a few days ago, on the Gabby Petito case. Hi. Oh, thank you. Hey, thank you very much. Thanks, Suzia. So these are the recent documents. These are dated on July 15th. These are some responses from Chris and Roberta Laundrie. I'll be honest, I went through the beginning of these docs. I did not really read these. So we're kind of going over them together. So this way we can see, from what I understand, they gave mostly the same responses, which is pretty par for the course for the Laundries. So let's see what's going on. And I have the link in the show information. So if you want to follow there, I have it listed here next to me, but in case you needed it larger. So that way you can follow along, or you can also download the docs yourself and check them out. Like I said, there's a lot of pages. So this one here is going to be the defendant, Roberta Laundrie's answer and affirmative defenses. So we've got, this was filed, e-filed on 7/15/2022. Looks like 3:30 p.m. So this is super recent. I mean, we're talking what? Today's the 17th. This was like 2 days ago, Friday. So these docs were super new. In the Circuit Court of the 12th Judicial Circuit in and for Sarasota County, state of Florida, Joseph Petito and Nicole Schmidt. They're the plaintiffs, of course, and they are versus Christopher Laundrie and Roberta Laundrie, the defendants. Let's see. Defendant Roberta Laundrie, by and through unassigned counsel, answers the amended complaint as follows. And per Florida Rule of Civil Procedure 1.10, denies all allegations of the amended complaint not expressly admitted herein. So that's not really a surprise to anybody because she's not going to admit much of anything. But I said that doesn't surprise me, and I'm sure it doesn't surprise you guys either. Let's see, her preliminary statement. The following matters are incorporated into responses to each paragraph of the complaint. A. Except as otherwise expressly stated herein, the defendant denies each and every allegation in the amended complaint, including any allegations in the preamble, unnumbered paragraphs, subparagraphs, titles, headings, subheadings, table of contents, footnotes, tables, exhibits, and illustrations of the amended complaint, and specifically deny liability to the plaintiffs. To the extent not expressly, let's continue here, denied. All allegations for which the defendant denies possessing knowledge or information are denied. So you might want to look back if you guys aren't familiar with the initial stuff that, of course, they're all stating that Chris and Roberta knew that Gabby was dead and that their son Brian told them all this information, and then they kept it from the PETITO SCHMIDT families. And so obviously she's denying that she knew anything about any of this stuff because, of course, we're not really surprised. I'm sure those of you that have been following the case. So let's see. B, the amended complaint references statutes, regulations, and other legal and industry standards of general and specific application. To the extent not indicated below, defendant does not admit that such laws, regulations, or standards are constitutional, accurately stated, or have application to this case. To the extent a response to those paragraphs of the amended complaint are necessary, each allegations are denied, and the defendant reserves the right to challenge the application of any statute, regulation, and other legal and industry standard to this case. Again, I'm going to let you guys know I am not a lawyer. I don't speak lawyerese or anything. So if anybody is really good at this stuff and wants to give any advice on it to me, I would totally love that because I'm highly interested in the case and I'm following it. But a lot of this stuff is something I don't get. So a lot of you guys probably don't either. But that's okay. We can follow along and still not understand all the little ins and outs. But I think we kind of get the gist, at this point of the case here. So let's see. I'm actually going to try to pull it up on my other screen so I can read it better because it's super small for me. All right. All right, let's see. We did B. Okay, so C. Defendant submits this answer in affirmative defenses on behalf of herself individually. So I heard this from some folks. She and her husband Chris seem to be doing this individually. So this is super interesting. I'm curious, if they have any varied answers or if it's just going to be they're saying they're individual. Because I heard now, I heard that they were considering either separating or divorcing before all this stuff happened with Gabby and Brian. So I don't know if they're still considering that and they're deciding to kind of like split, on this entire lawsuit or what the situation is. I know that they each have to be informed of every proceeding. So I don't know if they're going to continue to kind of be joint or if they're going to separate completely. So let's see, where allegations are made against defendants as a group or against any subject defined or undefined of defendants, however described, the responses apply only to Roberta Laundrie. Roberta Laundrie only answers for herself and does not purport to answer for any other defendant or entity. Where Roberta Laundrie answers for herself in response to allegations against all defendants or against any subset of defendants without making reference to the remaining defendants. Roberta Laundrie is without knowledge or information sufficient to form a belief about the truth of the allegations as to the remaining defendants, and therefore denies the same. So that totally is interesting to me, that she's totally like, my husband, I have no idea what he knows. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Does that totally surprise you? That she's totally like, that they seem to be separating in this? So, let me know what you guys think of that. In the chat or in the comments, because that surprised me that they're totally kind of doing their own thing, because I always kind of thought they were a joint unit and then it would kind of go from there, but that may not be the case, at all in this case. She may and he may separate. Now the question will be, if she's got more information than he does, will one of them turn on the other? I don't know. Let's see. Certain allegations in the complaint, this is D, are not directed against defendant and therefore do not require a response. The responses below are subject to that limitation, regardless of whether expressly stated or not. So let's go to the next page. All right. E. To the extent a response is necessary to any heading or footnote, all are denied. Defendant reserves the right to seek to amend and supplement her answer as may be appropriate or necessary. Okay, answers to the numbered paragraphs. Now this, I should have re-pulled this back up, but you guys can also pull this back up. I'm going to see if I can find this and match it together. So, answer to the numbered paragraphs. Now, before these, there was a lot of questions that they threw out, and we could kind of follow that and see. So, number 1, without knowledge, therefore denied, which I'm assuming every single thing here she's going to deny anyway. So, she's going to deny that she knew anything and that she was a part of anything, and that's pretty much, I'm sure, where Roberta's going to go. Number 2, admitted that the defendant resides in Sarasota County, denied all other respects. So, of course, she's going to say that because that's true, the Sarasota County. 3, admitted that the court has jurisdiction over the cause of action alleged, denied in all other respects. 4, without knowledge of plaintiff's residence, therefore denied. Admitted that Joseph Petito is the father of Gabrielle Petito. 5, without knowledge of plaintiff's residence, therefore denied. Admitted that Nicole Schmidt is the mother of Gabrielle Petito. Number 6, admitted. I'm going to have to pull all these back up. I'm really, now I wish I would have done that. I apologize, guys. Number 7, admitted that Brian Laundrie and Gabrielle Petito were engaged to marry. Without knowledge, therefore denied in all other respects. 8, without knowledge, therefore denied. Number 9, without knowledge as to plaintiff's opinion of the relationship, therefore denied. Number 10, without knowledge, therefore denied. 11, without knowledge, therefore denied. And it looks like that's going to continue along here. I'm going to come back to the chat and check you guys out here, because I'm trying to keep this up big so I can see it. See if you guys are saying anything in the chat. Yeah, they are totally not on the same page at all, Mississippi. I think... Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, Susanna. I think that they were advised, so I think that they may have the same firm, maybe 2 different lawyers. I'd have to check on the names of that. But it does seem to me that they are totally separating in this, so I don't know if that's been advised or because one's more guilty than the other, allegedly. I have to make sure I say that. So we're going through, we got 12... You got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 is all without knowledge, therefore denied. 18 was denied. 19 without knowledge, therefore denied. All right, 20 admitted that Brian Laundrie returned to the home of his parents. Without knowledge, therefore denied in all other respects. 21 without knowledge, therefore denied. 22 without knowledge, therefore denied. So let's see. 23 admitted that Roberta Laundrie went to Fort DeSoto Park with her husband Christopher Laundrie and her son Brian Laundrie. Denied that such trip was a vacation. Without knowledge, therefore denied in all other respects. So I don't really know what else that would be. I mean, wouldn't that be a vacation or a getaway? I mean, but hey, that's Roberta for you. And then you got 24 without knowledge, therefore denied. 25 without knowledge as to press statements. So this has to do with the statement, I believe, where Stephen Bertolino said that the parents hope that they find their daughter and they're all reunited, which of course is a very, very, very key reason I think that this lawsuit is going forward at this point, which of course makes me happy because I really do believe that they deserve a day in court. Petito Schmidts. 26 denied. 27 without knowledge, therefore denied. 28 without knowledge, therefore denied. 29 without knowledge, therefore denied. 30 denied. And let's get to the next page. So yeah, like I pretty much assumed, she's going to deny about everything. But that's not really a shocker, is it? That Roberta's denying everything? At all? Yeah. I mean, it doesn't shock me at all. So, I mean, they pretty much stayed in their little house. So let's see. 31 denied, 32 denied, including all subparagraphs. Count 1, 33, not alleged against Roberta Laundrie, therefore denied. 34, not alleged against Roberta Laundrie, therefore denied. Count number 2, 35, denied. 36, denied. Count number 3, not alleged against Roberta Laundrie, therefore denied on 37. 38, not alleged against Roberta Laundrie, therefore denied. And count 4, 39 and 40 are denied. Let's see. Demand for jury trial. Defendant Roberta Laundrie demands trial by jury of all issues so tribal. So, at least she's going for the trial. I guess she doesn't have any other choice, does she? Because really, at this point, it's going to go for a trial unless they can figure out another way to wiggle out of this. Affirmative defenses. By asserting the defenses listed herein, defendant does not allege or admit that she has the burden of proof or persuasion with respect to any asserted defenses. All the defenses listed will be pled in the alternative, and none constitutes an admission that the defendant is in any way liable to the plaintiffs. That plaintiffs have been or will be. All right. Let me move on to the next page. Injured in any way, or the plaintiffs are entitled to any relief whatsoever. Defendant asserts the following defenses. All right. First defense, failure to state a claim upon which relief may be granted. The amended complaint fails to state a claim upon which relief may be granted and does not allege facts sufficient to state a violation of the laws alleged, or which entitle the plaintiffs to damages, as Roberta Laundrie had no duty due and owing to the plaintiffs and her conduct was not outrageous. I think a lot of us would disagree with that one. So this has to do obviously with them not, talking to the Petitos and the SCHMIDTs, because I mean Roberta, I feel like she did the worst. I mean, Chris was outside doing his own thing. I think he was trying to do it. I remember he was out there doing his lawn and everything. But she's the one who cut off all contact with Nicole, Gabby's mom, and she unfriended her on Facebook, blocked all her numbers. She just totally was like, oh, I don't know you. I mean, that to me is outrageous. And I think that thankfully the judge is seeing all this, at least to be enough to continue forward. So let me know what you guys think on that. I mean, I guess she doesn't see that anything that she did was wrong, and Stephen Bertolino. They don't have Stephen in this trial because he's not allowed to practice law in Florida, but I know he's still their attorney as far as the regular attorney, but he's still up in New York, so that doesn't really help him here. So let's see. Second defense, illegality. To the extent any violations occurred, the illegality of third parties caused the alleged damages. So I guess she's assuming that she didn't do anything wrong continually here. Third defense, non-party fault and proximate cause. To the extent any violations occurred, the actions of non-parties caused the alleged violations, and Roberta Laundrie was not the proximate cause of the alleged damages. Fourth defense, absence of intent and malice. The conduct alleged of Roberta Laundrie toward plaintiffs, if any such conduct existed, was neither intentional nor willful and lacked malicious intent. I would disagree with that. How about you guys? Do you guys disagree with that? I think that she was pretty malicious, and her silence was totally, I think it was wrong, and I think it was malicious. But that's going to be for a jury to decide, hopefully if we get to that point. But I do think it's malicious. Fifth defense, compliance with law and regulations. The conduct of Roberta Laundrie conformed with all state and federal constitutions, statutes, and regulations based upon the state of knowledge existing at the relevant times alleged in the amended complaint. Sixth The defense. Controlling law. Roberta Laundrie is entitled to and claims the benefit of all defenses and presumptions set forth in or arising from any rule of law or statute of the state or any other state whose substantive law might control the action. All right, let's go to the next page. All right. Seventh defense, constitutional rights. Plaintiffs argue that defendants' assertion of constitutional rights is an affirmative defense. Defendants disagree with the characterization, but nonetheless assert the invocation of constitutional rights as discussed in their motion to dismiss. Eighth defense, mitigation of damages. Plaintiffs have not suffered any damages, and if they did, then they failed to mitigate their damages. Wow. So I guess wrongful death and all this other stuff that their son and they all did, emotional distress, is not, damages. I mean, obviously, there's no dollar amount that's going to bring back Gabby, but, it's crazy. Reservation of rights. Roberta Laundrie intends to add and rely upon such other and further defenses as may become apparent or available during the discovery in this action, and reserves the right to amend this list of defenses and or to amend his answer, I guess that would be her, to the complaint and or to assert any such defenses in the future. Whereas everything is so well written, they should have made that his or her. This is respectfully submitted, Tremblay and Haynes, PA. So, signed by Matthew Luca. I'm super curious to see who signs Christopher's, if there's a different attorney in the same law firm. Okay, so this was signed on July 15th, which was just Friday. And they sent it over to, obviously, to the plaintiffs. That's Patrick Riley. That's the attorney for Joe Petito and Nicole SCHMIDT. Okay, so that is Roberta. So let's jump over to the next page, which should be Christopher Laundrie. So let's see what he has to say. See if you guys are saying anything in the chat. So, yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Obviously, if you don't say it in the chat, let me know in the comments. So, but I'm going to go back, and I think we should go back, and somebody was saying that we should print it out, but I don't have a printer, unfortunately. This day and age, I don't have a printer anymore. All right, so this one here is 7/15, obviously the same date. This one is the same, it's from Joseph Petito and Nicole SCHMIDT, plaintiffs versus Christopher Laundrie and Roberta Laundrie. Defendant Christopher Laundrie's answer and affirmative defenses. Now, I think we're going to probably see pretty much the same answers here. Defendant Christopher Laundrie, by and through undersigned counsel, answers the amended complaint as follows, and per Florida Rule of Civil Procedure 1.110C, denies all allegations of the amended complaint not expressly admitted herein. Preliminary statement. The following matters are incorporated into responses to each paragraph of the complaint. Except as otherwise expressly stated herein, the defendant denies each and every allegation in the amended complaint, including any allegations in the preamble, unnumbered paragraphs, subparagraphs, titles, headings, subheadings, table of contents, footnotes, tables, exhibits, and illustrations of the amended complaint, and specifically deny liability to plaintiffs. To the extent not expressively, let me move over a page. All right. And denied all allegations for which the defendant denies possessing knowledge or information are denied. B. The amended complaint references statutes, regulations, and other legal and industry standards of general and specific application. To the extent not indicated below, defendant does not admit that such laws, regulations, or standards are constitutional, accurately stated, or have application to this case. To the extent a response to those paragraphs of the amended complaint is necessary. All such allegations are denied, and defendant reserves the right to challenge the application of any statute, regulation, other legal and industry standard to this case. Defendant submits this answer and affirmative defenses only on behalf of himself individually. So again, they're separate on this. Where allegations are made against defendants as a group or against any subset, defined or undefined, of defendants, however described, the responses apply only to Christopher Laundrie. Christopher Laundrie only answers for himself and does not purport to answer for any other defendant or entity. Where Christopher Laundrie answers for himself in response to allegations against all defendants or against any subset of defendants without making reference to the remaining defendants, Christopher Laundrie is without knowledge or information sufficient to form a belief about the truth of the allegations as to the remaining defendants and therefore denies the same. D. Certain allegations in the complaint are not directed against the defendant and therefore do not require a response. The responses below are all subject to that limitation regardless of whether expressly stated or not. All right, let's move over. Okay. All right, E. To the extent that a response is necessary to any heading or footnote, all are denied. Shocker. F. Defendant reserves the right to seek to amend and supplement his answer as may be appropriate or necessary. All right, let me give a drink. 1 second, y'all. All right. Answer to the numbered paragraphs. 1. Without knowledge, therefore denied. 2. Admitted that the defendant resides in Sarasota County, denied all other respects. 3. Admitted that the court has jurisdiction over the cause of action alleged, denied in all other respects. 4. Without knowledge of plaintiff's residence, therefore denied. Admitted that Joseph Petito is the father of Gabrielle Petito. 5. Without knowledge of plaintiff's residence, therefore denied. Admitted that Nicole Schmidt is the mother of Gabrielle Petito. 6. Admitted. 7. Admitted that Brian Laundrie and Gabrielle Petito were engaged to marry. Without knowledge, therefore denied in all other respects. 8. Without knowledge, therefore denied. 9. Without knowledge as to plaintiff's opinion of the relationship, therefore denied. 10. Without knowledge, therefore denied. 11. Without knowledge, therefore denied. These are all looking like the same answers as his wife so far. Get to the next page. Okay, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, all are without knowledge, therefore denied. 18 is denied. 19, without knowledge, therefore denied. 20, admitted that Brian Laundrie returned to the home of his parents. Without knowledge, therefore denied in all other respects. 21, without knowledge, therefore denied. 22, without knowledge, therefore denied. 23, admitted that Christopher Laundrie went to Fort DeSoto Park with his wife Roberta Laundrie and his son Brian Laundrie. Denied that such trip was a vacation. Without knowledge, therefore denied in all other respects. So again, this was the same answer that his wife gave, and because they were stating in the original complaint, I do know this one was stated that they went to Fort DeSoto Park as a vacation while Gabby was missing or already dead, which of course we knew she was already dead, but basically through all this that they were going about their lives and not caring about the Petitos and Smiths. 24, without knowledge, therefore denied. 25, without knowledge as to press statements, therefore denied. Again, I believe number 25 has to do with the statement that Bertolino made regarding hoping that they find and bring Gabby home, which he said it was on behalf of them, so I think that one's going to be a tough sell. 26, denied. 27, without knowledge, therefore denied. 28, without knowledge, therefore denied. 29, without knowledge, therefore denied. 30 is denied. And then let's move to the next page. Okay. 31 is denied. 32 denied, including all sub-paragraphs. Count 1, 33 and 34 denied. Count 2, 35 not alleged against Christopher Laundrie, therefore denied. 36 not alleged against Christopher Laundrie, therefore denied. Count 3, 37 and 38 both denied. Count 4, 39 is not alleged against Christopher Laundrie, therefore denied. 40 not alleged against Christopher Laundrie, therefore denied. Demand for jury trial. Defendant Christopher Laundrie demands trial by jury of all issues so tribal. affirmative defenses. By asserting the defenses herein, defendant does not allege or admit that he has the burden of proof or persuasion with respect to any asserted defenses. All of the defenses listed will be pled in the alternative, and none constitutes an admission that the defendant is in any way liable to plaintiffs, that plaintiffs have been or will be injured in any way, or that the plaintiffs are entitled to any relief whatsoever. Defendant asserts the following defenses. Get the next page here. Again, if anybody is like legally understands all this stuff, I would love some help on that. All right. First defense, failure to state a claim upon which relief may be granted. The amended complaint fails to state a claim upon which relief may be granted and does not allege facts sufficient to state a violation of the laws alleged or which entitle the plaintiff to damages, as Christopher Laundrie had no duty due and owing to the plaintiffs and his conduct was not outrageous. I disagree. Second defense, illegality. To the extent any violations occurred, the illegality of third parties caused the alleged damages. Third defense, non-party fault and proximate cause. To the extent any violations occurred, the actions of non-parties caused the alleged violations, and Christopher Laundrie was not the proximate cause of the alleged damages. Fourth defense, absence of intent and malice. The conduct alleged of Christopher Laundrie toward the plaintiffs, if any such conduct existed, was neither intentional nor willful and lacked malicious intent. Again, I totally don't know if they understand what malicious even means, but that's my opinion. Fifth defense, compliance with law and regulations. The conduct of Christopher Laundrie conformed with all state and federal constitutions, statutes, and regulations based upon the state of knowledge existing at the relevant times alleged in the amended complaint. Sixth defense, controlling law. Christopher Laundrie is entitled to and claims the benefit of all defenses and presumptions set forth in or arising from any rule of law or statute of this state or any other state whose substantive law might control the action. All right, let's get to the next page. Let me see if you guys are saying anything in the chat. We could discuss more at the end, see what you guys are thinking. Like I said, it's pretty much just deny, deny, deny. Which doesn't surprise me. Seventh defense, constitutional rights. Plaintiffs argue that defendants' assertion of constitutional rights is an affirmative defense. Defendants disagree with the characterization, but nonetheless assert the invocation of constitutional rights as discussed in their motion to dismiss. Eighth defense, mitigation of damages. Plaintiffs have not suffered any damages, and if they did, then they failed to mitigate their damages. Reservation of rights. Christopher Laundrie intends to add and rely upon such other and further defenses as may become apparent or available during the discovery in this action, and reserves the right to amend this list of defenses and or to amend his answers to the complaint and or to assert any defenses in the future. And this again is Tromboli and Haynes, and this is also Matthew Lucas, so it looks like this is the same attorney at this point. I don't know if they're going to have to change that around for the future, or if the one attorney can represent them both. I don't know if that's like a conflict thing. So this was sent over to the other side. All right, so that's the updates that basically that came out on Friday. So we finally got some answers, from the Laundries, but really there's not really any answers from the Laundries, which I don't know about you guys, but I'm not surprised at all. And I just want them to get on the stand or to have to make a statement, videotaped deposition, and actually answer to these things and not just sit there and go, I don't know. No, I don't know. I mean, I want them to answer these things. I want them to answer. And I'm so curious. I'm sure you guys are as well. I am so curious. What about that letter that said that from Roberta to Brian, that the outside of the envelope says, please burn after reading. And of course, Bertolino is trying to claim, oh, that's about a movie, or, it was a joke. And I don't believe it for a hot second, you guys. So I think that Roberta, according to the Petito Schmidt lawyer, she was offering to do something for Brian. It wasn't to, to cover anything up, he said, but it's pretty shocking. I just so want that to be released. I mean, I'm anxious because that'll be a big deal for sure. So, let me know what you guys think on that. I mean, it's super sus for sure that she is offering Brian to, oh, I'll help you out. Whether it was, he said it wasn't to get out of the country or anything like that. So, I mean, I racked my brain on what she could offer him to do. I don't know, but and at what point, did they go on this vacation and Brian went out to Fort DeSoto? At what point? At what point did Chris and Roberta know that he wasn't coming back? Was it when they went to go get his car? Because sure seems like it. Because why would you pick up his car if he's going to be out there camping or whatever he does, and then he's going to come back? Why would you not leave his car there? So yeah. So I mean, it's I think that both of them, both Chris and Roberta, have a lot more knowledge than they let on, and I believe 100% that the Petito Schmidt family knows it, and they know. Like I said, I think that both these sides know that everybody knows that they're full of it, and they've been keeping these secrets, and if unless this court trial doesn't happen, it's going to come out. I mean, it's just going to come out. I mean, there's no way that it's not going to come out. I'm just surprised that the FBI or anybody didn't criminally charge anybody, Roberta or Chris on any of this stuff. So was there really no criminal things? I mean, at this point, it makes you wonder, because if she offered to do something for Brian, if it had anything to do with anything criminal, I mean, wouldn't she, be potentially charged for that? So I don't know if the civil case will end up in anything further than that, but I doubt it. It's unfortunately, I think we're looking at monetary, and again, I hate to compare it to the Johnny Depp trial, but I think pretty much Gabby's parents, what they want is to get the answers, and whereas Johnny Depp wanted his reputation back, Gabby's mom and dad, and her step-parents, all they want is the truth. They want the truth to come out because they want to know it, and they want to know exactly what happened with their daughter. And they have every right to know, because I don't think it was anything to do. I don't believe that Brian was that smart to do this on his own. I think he hurt Gabby, and that note that he had is, to me, it's baloney. Yeah, same thing, Mississippi Granny. They had a plan, and I don't know whether it started when he came back home to supposedly clean out the storage unit, but something was enacted then. Is that when Roberta gave him the note? Oh, take this with you, honey. Here you go. Throw this in your bag, and go back, and and then if something happens, because he was telling her how they had the fight. And they were pulled over. Well, by the law enforcement who sadly didn't do anything at all. Hey, Divinity, how you doing? So I am so anxious, and I know a lot of people there's still some people who are getting tired of this case, and you know what? I'm not tired of it. So those of you that are not tired of it, I'm going to keep doing some videos on it, because honestly, it's not over, and we're going to get hopefully a case. I don't know if we're going to even get it in August or September of 2023, because from what I understand, the dockets are so full and there's so much pre-work for them to do. So we may not even be seeing it until the beginning of 2024, which is so far away. It's amazing to me, how it's like, you're waiting for a new season of a show, but this is real life. So I mean, I can't imagine if we're on the outside feeling it, how much are these families feeling it? That they're not getting these answers that they want. So I think that the FBI gave both families enough information that the Petitos and Schmidt families, they've got something. They've got something in their their bag there. They got something that they know and probably more than that. They've got, certain things they can go through. And I think that their attorney, Matthew, yep, I'm not tired. Yeah, thank you, Divinity. I'm going to keep covering it. I wasn't on as a creator on YouTube during the beginning of the whole thing. I watched a number of channels on it, but I'm trying to cover the civil aspect of it because I was in on this case from the get-go. I'm here in Florida, and they're over there in Sarasota County, which is a bit away from me, but if they go to trial, I would love to go there for at least a couple days and sit in and see what's going on. So take some vacation days and go to the courtroom. That'd be kind of cool. So yeah, I mean, you guys, I'm gonna cover it and continue to cover this. There's been some new information speaking about some other updates today on Uvalde. I just did a big video and went through the entire video. It is very sickening and disturbing, so I'm gonna probably do another video. Sure. Okay. So I'm going to definitely go through that as well. I'm looking for, I haven't seen it posted yet, and I'm going to check with the docket and see if some of the other my news connections has it, or if anybody has it, if they can send it to me, by email. My email is in the information of all the videos. So if you guys want to send me anything, same thing. If you have a missing person or a missing child you want me to cover, you can send that my way as well. And that my email is always open for that. So again, this was the update. I wanted to get it out. I'm sure a couple other creators have covered it, but and I continue to cover the Gabby Petito case. And I'm a huge supporter of the SCHMIDTs and Petitos. And I don't know, Nicole Schmidt is just so strong. And those of you that, whether you knew it or not, she was holding a locket with Gabby's ashes in it. So she's thank you. Yeah, normal people. Yeah, yeah. It's to me. I think that some of the channels. I think what's going to happen is. You're going to get some that are going to not cover it, and then all of a sudden when it hits the trial, they're going to probably jump back on it. But I want to cover it from the entire way. It's like I said, it's going to be long, but I think that's just the way real life is. I mean, real life is not like Law and Order or these TV shows. I mean, it's not like quick and instantaneous. It's going to take some time for everything to get through, and of course, we're all about, instant gratification in our society, but so yeah, that was the update for today on this one. And I'm going to do probably a video tomorrow on the Uvalde. I'm going to get a hold of the docs, and I wanted to go through them and see. I read some information on them, but I want to actually go through them. And if you are following that one as well, do check out my previous video going through the school video, and as well as the body cam. It is so disturbing, and I just heard that there was more cops there than I even thought. There was over 400 law enforcement there. 400. I mean, my mind just gets blown. Every new piece of information I get about Uvalde, I'm just like blown, because you had these little kids and nobody was helping them. I know there was a handful. There was one guy who he ran initially. He got shot at. I think he got grazed, and another cop. And then I believe there was another officer whose wife was in there, and when he found out, they took away his when he wanted to go in, they took away his gun and everything. So those are probably the only 2 or 3 people maybe that I could give any excuse to. So other than that, I think they're all cowards, and our society has way too many problems, and we need to fix them, where they come from, the cops or the criminals. And sometimes the line's not so blurry on that, So I want to thank you guys for checking it out. Please do let me know if you have any missing people or persons. Like I said, my email is in the show information for everything, and I put them in all. And I'm going to go update, make sure everything's in this one, because this is my first live and I set it up. So thank you guys for checking out the channel, my first live. And I'll probably start doing maybe 1 live a week and see how that goes. Because I'm super, usually crazy. I like to get everything edited and so crazy. Sorry about the barking dog, if you can hear the barking dog in the background. But that's going to be it, I think, for today. And let me know in the comments what you guys think. And I do appreciate you guys' support. And I'm also trying to reach that 500 subscriber goal. So let your friends know, or anybody you know that likes true crime. Just getting going. We're just getting going here on the channel. So I'm hoping to keep going and cover as many cases as I can, and get some more missing people out there so we can bring them home. So thank you guys all for checking it out. And thanks, Mississippi, Divinity, and everybody who came into the chat tonight. And I do appreciate you guys. And with that said, that's going to be it for today. And thank you. That's going to be it for today. And I hope you guys have a great one, and stay safe.